welcome to Psychic Angel Guidance. My name's Michelle Conway and you're with A1R Radio Network. Of course, it's the best network there is. Just before I get into my show, I'd like to invite you all to pop over to my Facebook page, Psychic Michelle Conway. I have got a couple of little offerings and special things happening over there for those who'd like to pop over, have a look and take up the discount readings for Skype and that I've got there at the moment. So I've got those going until the end of the festive season. Yay! That's until the end of January. Alrighty, guys. Alright, okay. Now, as you know, I never know what I'm going to talk about until just before I start. I always go with what my guides tell me to do because there's so many fantastic other shows on this A1R network that everybody's talked about just about everything in some way. So I never know what I'm going to do until I start it. This morning, my guide said to me, hey, how about you talk about psychometry? And I thought, oh, okay then, let's go with that. That's something that I have used quite a bit, and I did always use it without realising what I was doing, even as a child, because my psychic ability was very high as a young person. I didn't realise that not everybody was as psychically awake or as intuitively awake as what I actually was naturally born like. So it was something that I'd done, and following my guides and listening to my guides was always something that came easy, came naturally to me. And feeling the energy of things and getting visions and getting thoughts about whoever owned it or what's something that's about to happen is something that I done without necessarily thinking about it, all right? And everyone can do that. You can use anything for psychometry. You can use a shoe, a jumper, a flower, a piece of jewellery, a photo. I actually use my tarot cards as a bit of, as a tool for psychometry often, because after the client has come for a reading, and if I use the cards and that I hold them after I've let them shuffle them to feel the energy of the cards, and feeling the cards and allowing my body to tune in on that frequency tells me and gives me information, okay? And everyone can tune in and develop these things, all right? You've just got to take notice of those subtle thoughts that you get straight away, all right? Or the flashes of visions that you get given from spirit, or even an emotion that you might be feeling, and putting this all together in a really quick, sensible way. So you've just got to say it. You've just got to let what comes through for you when you're doing this come out. And there's often a connection of energy too. When you're looking at photographs or flowers, you can see an energy flow around maybe the person in the picture, or you sometimes can see an aura. Sometimes you can see spirit in pictures as well. So just becoming aware, training yourself. Now, it's great to reading up many different books, different ideas, different ways people have of teaching you to be aware or to psychically awaken or spiritually awaken, whatever is the term that they've chosen to use, is a great thing to do. Reading many different concepts is marvellous. But at the same time, reading too much can also, I found for myself, I ended up becoming confused. I ended up thinking, oh, wow, I had to actually take a step back from reading too many books and articles and just going back to basics, just taking that step back and saying to myself, what is it that I'm feeling without all that fancy way that people put it out there, you learn it this way, or this technique will help, or going into a meditation, because again, everybody meditates differently. We go into the same altered mind, or not altered, but same brainwave frequency when we meditate, but it's a different way that everyone experiences. And for a long time, I thought I would see like I see here, but you don't. Sometimes I get visions like that, but you often don't. It's a like when you read a book. Okay, reading a book and the way you visualise and create and feel the story, that's what it's like when you're meditating. That's what it's like for me when I'm doing psychometry. That's what it's like when I hold my tarot cards that someone has shuffled that I'm about to do a reading for. Flower readings are a great way to do readings for people, because you look at the flower and you look and see, how does this flower present itself? Does it look beautiful and full of life, or is it tired? Is there broken petals? Is there dried out parts? All those little things can be signs that can give you an information to relay over to that person. And not only that, but you can also trust in what the spirit is bringing through for you with the flowers, because you've got the energy and the life force of the flower that was drawn to the person that picked it. So for a flower to be picked or chosen by a person, there's a frequency, there's an energetic exchange, a connection of energy that has brought those two energies together to tell a story. And that's what, when you do a reading or you're tuning in, that's what you're doing. You're actually creating a story. You're creating guidance from a higher source, from a different source, and it's something that I really love doing. I really do it with all my heart, because it's really important to me that I help people who need that insight, need that closure, or need that bit of guidance to come their way. Okay, and I did find when I was younger too, and I got the tarot cards first coming to me. Oh goodness, I got so many coming. I, for many, many years, didn't realise that they had esoteric meanings, and that you could actually sit down and study them in the Kabbalic way, or that you can connect them to different religions. There was the tarot cards with the different suits, the major arcana, the pentacles, wands, swords and cups. They are such a powerful learning tool. They're an endless source of knowledge, of spiritual growth, of transformation, of so much insight into yourself, life, and the different levels of reality. You can learn so much from putting in some really good study into the tarot cards. And when I found out that, I thought, oh my goodness, have I been doing it wrong? Because I'd been reading them from a psychometry sense, okay? I'd been reading them from the feelings I got with all the different pictures coming out and putting together and giving me the energy and giving me the insight into who was coming through in that energetic way from that person, okay? So if you're reading tarot cards on a psychometry level, that's fine. Go with that. Don't say, hey, I've got to learn all these different principles, techniques, different spreads, different combinations, all of that. Trust your higher self to come through. Use the tarot cards, or use whatever it is you're using for psychometry to be the key that is unlocking that door to your spiritual self, that is unlocking that door to your psychic awareness, or your mediumship, or to your intuitive gut instincts. This is all part of what Spirit brings to us to help us here on the earth plane to grow and to change, but also to have fun, because when we're on the earth plane, we are children of the universe. We are here to have fun, to learn, to play and explore life. And that means on every sense of it. And that's spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, all levels of it is what we're here to do as children of the universe, okay? So don't get too caught up in the material world of every day, oh, we've got to pay the bills, we've got to do this, because everybody's stuck in that these days, and it takes away that beautiful spiritual pathway that we've got, that we've come to experience. Okay. All right, I'd like to move on to, I've got my first caller there already. Okay, Laurie in Saskatchewan. How do you say that?
Hey, you got it.
Did I?
Hi.
Hi, Laurie. How are you?
I'm good, actually. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
okay.
for
I'm
calling.
good. I'm good. How
You're
are
in
you?
Canada. I'm good.
I am in Canada. I sure as heck am. And it's cold and it's winter here.
Oh, I wish I was there with you. I'm already in my singlet top. I'm sweating. My glasses are fogging up a little bit. I'm so steamy hot here at the
Oh,
minute.
geez, hey. Aw.
I like
Whatever
the
you
cold
come
weather.
up with is fine with me. I don't know.
That would
what
be
are
lovely.
you grabbing?
You never know. In the future, I might pop over there and see all you guys over in Canada and the US. Hey, that would be awesome,
Oh,
wouldn't it?
I would love you to come. Oh, my gosh. I would love you to come.
Yeah, I would love to come too. So, Laurie, have you got a question or something that you phoned in regarding that I might or am going to be able to help you with tonight or today?
Well, like finances, a new love in my life, anything, a move, anything like that. Divorce.
Okay, well.
Anything like that.
Anything. You don't care, just anything.
Aww.
Yeah, I feel like you must be a little bit bored with your life and that you're looking out going, waiting for something to come to you, waiting for life to change for you is what I'm feeling as you're saying that.
You bet.
And the way to bring change and the way to bring about what you want in your life is to take control of it a little bit for yourself, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like you need to take control, especially of your finances at the moment. I feel like they'll get away on you very fast if you don't take control of them, all right? Now, as I'm saying that, I'm also being shown that you've achieved a lot financially as well in the last, I'm going to say 6 months, okay? I do feel like I'm being shown this tiny little plant. This is what the vision I've been given by Spirit, okay? I'm being shown this tiny little plant, and it's almost to the next, it's not such a little infant stage anymore. It's starting to be able to get flowers, and it's starting to get to the next stage of development, if you like, okay? And with that, I'm being told to say to you, stop expecting the worst all the time, okay?
Oh, that's all that's been happening is the worst.
But you've got to, you remember, look at what's happening. Say, hey, what am I learning out of what's going on at the moment? Because even though sometimes terrible experiences are taking place around you, you're actually learning a lot on an inner level and that's giving you the ability to set boundaries. That's taking you forward into the new, and you don't realise it at the time. You don't realise it until you can look back and say, hey, if I hadn't have gone through that terrible time, I wouldn't have become stronger in this way, okay?
That's right. That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so don't feel like nothing's happening for you, okay? Something is happening behind the curtain, if you like. Action is happening. It's just not on the stage yet. You can't, the curtains haven't opened for you to see the full new stage play that's about to happen in your life, is what I'm getting told right now, okay? I'm also being told you've had a lot of sleepless nights. Okay,
yes, I
where
have.
you'll just wake up.
Sleep well.
Yeah, you'll just wake up and go, oh my goodness, and you're right wide awake thinking about what's going on, and you're finding it very hard. And it can be something as silly as worrying about whether or not you've put the kettle in the right spot for the morning, or something just really random like that that's causing you to wake up and go, oh my goodness, you know. So I do feel that you, Okay, yep, all right. I've just heard from Spirit, if you can get yourself some melatonin. Have you heard of melatonin before?
Yep.
You buy it at the chemist, yeah, just to help get that chemical in your brain, just to bring you down, because I feel like there's a little bit of anxiety taking place for you, and if you can get that melatonin level a little bit more balanced out, that's going to bring your anxiety down, and that's going to allow you a better night's sleep. And when you've had a better night's sleep, I'm feeling that you're going to feel better about everything that's taking place for you, okay?
You bet.
I'm also being shown that you put a lot of time into caring for other people, okay?
I do.
But
I do.
You're
my job.
You're a very intuitive lady too, and you're also a very fun-loving lady, is what I'm being told.
I am.
Okay.
You know what? When I left my husband, I got my funny back. Let me tell you, I'm back. I lost it, but I got it back.
You've been set free.
That was like 2.5 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you've been set free. So you've got a new sense of who you are out of that too. You know and now appreciate that aspect of yourself that is reawakened. And as I'm tuning in with that, I'm being told for you to trust your intuition. I feel like you know there's somebody new going to start to come into your life very, very soon.
Probably already has for like a year now, but I hope that's him. He's in the States.
I feel like there's somebody really special, and if I'm just tuning in to feel if it's that person. Oh, you know what?
Is he tall?
The energy I'm feeling he's a very big. I'm getting a big energy. I'm not getting whether he's a big man in size or height. I'm getting a big energy with him. And I'm feeling it's a very compatible energy to you, is what I'm being told. All right?
Okay, is it like funny or... Because there's two. There's two of them.
Oh,
but I don't know which one.
Two?
There's one with kids and then there's one that's nothing, like no kids. All
right.
Funny.
Spirit, tell me when there's two, they're saying there's going to be a third. So sit back.
No three. Only one or two. That's it. Oh my God.
If it was either one of those two, it'd be already happening. Okay.
Oh,
but
okay. Well, there's two that's already happening, but which one?
Neither of them are the right one. Neither of them has fully captured you, if that makes sense. So you're still
that's
free.
Right, because I'm not going to just... Oh, my God. Okay, you're going to have... Is it the one that I've known the longest or the one I just met? I bet you the one I've known the longest.
I told you you're intuitive. Trust your feelings, all right? But
I do, but...
Trust what you're picking up. But I really feel...
Okay, do you see a move? Yes, right?
I feel...
I told you I got my funny back.
The relation...
Huh?
I'm picking up your energy. I'm finding it hard to stay focused on this for you because I'm feeling the funniness underneath it all, okay?
I'm sorry.
And it is. You're so lucky to be in this situation, okay, that you can really enjoy this and you're not stressing out about it, all right?
I know.
But at the same time, you need to say, hey, what about myself? What is it that I want in a relationship? That's what it's about. And both of these men that are there are
presenting. What to pick. It's just who to pick. That's the thing. Oh, boy. This is something else.
It's not about...
Well, this divorce better hurry up and get over with. It's been 2.5 years already.
You're making it sound like they're apples on a tree and you don't know which one to pick. You know what happened to Adam when he picked the apple.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, my gosh.
I feel that there will be somebody else that's going to come in and sweep you off your feet. Okay? All right, that's just what I'm getting come through because I really do not feel that either of those two, there's different parts about each one of them that, yeah, they fit and tick some of the boxes for you, but all of the boxes are not getting ticked in the right way for you. Okay? Because I feel like you still need to be very independent. You will never be a captured or caged bird again. You're a very independent, very beautiful person that has so much experiencing of life to go and achieve and to give. I feel like you're going to be giving a lot to people as well. And as I said that, I feel at the moment that you've actually thought about going and doing work for one of those causes like in South Africa or Cambodia or something like that, but you've never actually taken that step. I feel like you've thought about it and you've gone, oh, look, I can't do it because of your commitments where you are. But I do feel like there's something with an energy like that coming in for you. I'm not saying that you're going to go running off to Cambodia or South Africa, but I do feel like there's something with an energetic feel that's coming in where you're going to be giving to the community. You're going to be doing something that's very charitable in the coming months, which is where I feel
hope
that
it's going to be not here but in the States. That's my, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you. I want to move out of Canada and I want to go to the States because I feel that's where my heart's supposed to be.
Yep. That's where you'll find your man when you get the move over with.
See, I told you, it's one of those two. They're in the States. I knew it. I knew it. I like you. Oh, you're good.
I like you too. So,
you're good.
Okay. Just
all right.
My glasses are steaming up now.
No, they're not, are they?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
that's
go with
right.
the flow.
Okay.
Okay. Start getting
I'll go with
finance ready to go towards crossing that bridge. I'm seeing it as a bridge to make the move, is what I'm getting shown for you there. Okay?
Yeah.
And with that,
and
you're going to...
I hope, oh my gosh, because this is what's preventing me from doing anything, really.
Is the finances, okay? You're going to get there, all right? One step at a time, all right?
Yeah, one step
You've got
at
to
a time.
take
You're
control.
Right.
I do feel, your husband, he's been a very unfaithful type of man. I feel like he's kept you stuck for a long time and you put up with it for too long is what I'm getting told now.
Yeah.
Okay. And I do feel like he's hanging on. He's the one that's keeping you stuck, isn't he?
Yep. Absolutely
right. So you've got to cut that power lead or that power cord, that energetic power cord that he's got that keeps you stuck there. That's his power game with you.
It has to do that. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you do not need to keep yourself stuck with that energy because that's until you clear yourself of that energy, your frequency isn't changing to where it needs to go to either. Does that make sense for you? So that's why I really feel like there will be someone else because at the moment you've got these two men that one's just come into your life, you've got the old one that's there, and they've come in on a stage or an energetic level in your life that you've still got that old energy around you. Okay, so you've got to wait until you get that energy cleared, and the way to clear it is to cut that tie of control that's keeping you there waiting for that divorce to clear up so you've got your money to be free to go. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that means, and as I'm saying all of this, I'm being told it's related to a house, it's related to property, and I feel that you...
Oh, you are good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
you've got to stop saying I can't go because I'm going to lose this if I go. All right, I don't feel like you will. I feel like you've got your legal team there. They're going to look after what's happening for you. All right. And as I'm saying that, I feel like I'm being shown like a bank account. I feel like you need to open another bank account that is where you can start putting the funds to start to empower yourself, to start to get the ability for that you on a financial foundation for yourself away from this divorce, away from that husband who stopped you being happy. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'm also, as I'm tuning in with all of that, I'm feeling like there's part of you that is sad, and I feel the sadness comes from children, no children. There's like a sense of
Oh, I have a son.
real sense of
he's with me.
Yeah.
He's my rock.
But I feel like there's a sense of grieving about that. So I feel like don't beat yourself up because you've done the best job you can do, all right? And I feel like he's going to be very successful, and I feel like he's a wonderful support for you with where your life is about to head, okay? And I do feel a very strong connection with him, all right?
Oh, yeah, Dylan and I are close.
Yeah, so... and he's like your support. He's the one that's there for you, okay?
Oh, he pushes me. You're right about that. He pushes me, boy. You bet.
That's his job.
That is.
Part of the job criteria.
I know. He just keeps me going. Come on, Mom, we're doing this. Yep, you bet.
That's right. That's what what's good about him. He's pushing you forward all the time, but you're holding yourself back. You're the one that's holding yourself back.
I know, but I can't financially get to where I need to go because all my money's invested on a farm and a hotel and lake properties. You got that right.
Oh, honey, I have to go. I've come to the end of my time with you today, and I have had the best time ever with you. This has been awesome. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Feel free to pop over to my page on Facebook, Psychic Michelle Conway. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's the end of my show already. Gosh, that came around so fast. Wasn't Laurie beautiful? What a lovely, lovely lady. She's just got the best energy ever. So thank you, everyone, for being here, and I'll look forward to being back next week with another one of my shows with I don't know what it's going to be about till I get here.